Okay, so it is currently 5 a.m. My train leaves from the Venice Maestre station at 5:14, so it's like a 2-minute walk. I literally have to just walk around the block, like 2 left turns, and that's it. So here's to morning wake-ups. I think I fell asleep at like 2 a.m. and then set my alarm for 4:30. So around 2 hours of sleep. So yeah. Hopefully I can sleep with the train. At the train station, and I'm gonna wander around Salzburg for a few hours and then head on to Munich. So guys, it's where the Do Re Mi song was filmed. Of course this is a whole different season, but well, that's enough adventuring for the day. So, back on my train. I'm hoping to get the 4 o'clock one, but it might be 4:15. I think there's one at both times, so I'll grab my luggage and get going. Oh, it opened. Ha, my stuff. Good morning. Okay, so it technically isn't morning anymore. It's just the first time I'm doing a video, but still. So last night I decided just to stay at my hostel and do some research because I got up at like 4:30 yesterday and didn't really feel like going out and doing anything. So my dinner was the snacks that I had in my bag, and I basically stayed in my hostel and did a bunch of research of what I wanted to do while I was here. And I put a bunch of little pinpoints on Google Maps. So I started the day off with just going to the farthest pinpoint. So I just got off of a tram and a bus that took me about 45 minutes farther than my hostel was already outside of the city. And I'm at a castle. Giant fountain supposed to be right here. So I think there's a bunch of statues supposed to be right here, and I think that's what these thingies are. I think they're just covered. I guess they winterize those as well, which I guess is really interesting. But yeah, it's a really pretty palace. found the market. So I think this one is called Victuals Market. If I'm saying that correctly, I don't know. And it's been here since the 1800s. It has a lot of places, and they all like winterize themselves right now, but they're still open, most of them. So it's really cool to walk around. It's traditionally a farmer's market, but of course it has some craftspeople and a bunch of other stuff as well. There is some cooked food in the more permanent booths. Okay, so I had food and it was really good, and now I was waiting a little bit for Blue Hour, and so it is about that time. But I'm also looking for a water bottle because I smashed mine today, sadly, because I don't see that brand so far here in Europe, and I really liked it. And then I'm also looking for some winter gear, even though I have some in my apartment and I'm only here for 1 to 2 more nights, haven't decided yet. I'm looking for winter gear. So I'm on my way to TK Maxx, thinking that that might be where I find the cheapest stuff. So yeah. Morning. We have sun and blue skies today. There it is. Cities.
I want to show you something. He took the devil inside the church and said, stand where you stood 20 years ago. Turns out the devil's got a really good memory. What is usually located here is a massive white and blue pole that shoots straight up.
So I finished the walking tour and then I rushed to this church that I'm not climbing the tall steeple to go for sunset pictures. I think I'm on 9s right there. So the lady just told me there's 11 in total, so almost there. Probably it's 14, not 11. So I was only halfway up when I asked. Hey, that's a lot of people. So I watched sunset and now I'm going to sit up here in this little waiting room they have, which is really nice, and wait until blue hour sets in, and then I'll stay up here until the lights all come on and blue hour sets in, which is like the next 10 minutes basically, and then I'll head down and probably get some dinner because I'm hungry, so. Well, I'm headed down now. I couldn't remember what time they said that it closed down when I got the tickets, but some German guy just came on some announcement thingy and said a bunch of stuff in German. So I'm gonna guess that that was them saying that they're closed and please come down, especially since I was the only one up there. So yeah. Okay, so I just got down and they were literally locking the door as I like was at the door. So I like knocked on the door and they let me back out, but then she like told me to step aside and started talking to me in German, and I'm like, I don't speak German, English, and just continued talking to me in German with another guy, and something about photo and tapping my bag. So of course I knew I had my camera, but it only says that you need permits if you're a professional photographer, which I mean, I'd like to consider myself that, but I make no money off this, so it's just a hobby, so I'm not technically a professional photographer. I don't know, it's like a fine line. So I guess they were kind of thinking, I don't know. So she kept, yeah, so I have no idea what they were saying, but whatever, I guess. Okay, so it took me long enough, but I finally got a pretzel. I wanted to go to the bakery that he pointed out in the tour, but sadly that bakery was closing, or closed, and the guy was already mopping, so I didn't really think of that when I thought of my timing, but whatever. So I had leftovers from lunch yesterday, so I was just gonna go home and eat those, but again I did buy a pretzel, so I have that as well. And yeah, so I think I'm off to home. I am planning on making a day stop tomorrow, but it is pretty early that I had to get up. Not pretty early, not as early as some of the other times. I'm leaving around 8, so that's not that early, I guess. So I'm doing a day trip, hopefully, as long as everything works out. And then hopefully by midnight, I will be back in The Hague. So we'll have to see, hopefully it does. But I think this is goodbye for Munich. And I'll see you on the next video or tomorrow, who knows? I don't know if I'm editing this or not, so see ya.